never bad things to say anyway. And, we've talked to so many people here in the community, and now it's my pleasure to introduce somebody that's a community leader, a business person. Please say hello to my guest, Albert Mack.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Well, let's talk about, you're running for office, first of all. Why don't we let's talk about you. Sure, you're a business guy, but you come from such a prestigious family here in Las Vegas. I mean, your name's on a big building. So talk about it with your grandfather.
Yes. So my great-grandfather moved here during the Depression. He was completely broke, like many Americans were, and the Hoover Dam was being built. So he saw opportunity here in the Valley, Vegas, and he got a loan for $500, and he bought a tow truck, and he went and he helped build the Hoover Dam. That's how my family got started. Really, Thomas Mack got started here in Las Vegas.
And his partner was Thomas.
So my grandfather was Jerry Mack, and his partner was Perry Thomas, and they started Valley Bacon, Nevada, because they believed capital would be necessary for growth and to be able to help casinos to actually be funded and to help businesses have that opportunity to have money. So we after we sold the bank, we actually got into real estate development. So we've done hundreds of acres of master planned office communities, and that's a big part of my background as far as understanding development, permitting, inspections, process, construction, and then managing and leasing the properties. That's obviously a big deal for the county commission. Here in the Valley, I think it's truly incredible. We have unbelievable small businesses. And so what my partner and I have done is helped invest in small blue collar businesses and help them grow, work through their vendor deals, work through their strategies, work through their hiring, firing, payroll, and help them to be successful.
That's amazing. I mean, small businesses are so important, not just our community, but every community. During the pandemic, I did 30 hours of educational television, and we did a show on starting your own business. Because if you're not, everybody's going to go to college. Some people are going to fix cars, some are going to paint houses. So small businesses are really important to our community. So let's talk about what's going on with you now. You're running for public office.
Yes. So
what talked you into this?
My grandfather's been my North Star. He was incredible to help raise me and teach me a lot about business and a lot about life. And for him, it was, once you've done well enough for your family that they're taken care of, it's time for you to pick something in the community to give back for the opportunities that the Valley has provided for you. And so for him, it was UNLV. He was a staunch supporter of education, and at the time, UNLV only had 40 or 50 acres of land, and they couldn't afford enough land to become a true university. So he and his partner, Perry, formed a land trust, and they bought 400 acres of what UNLV currently sits on today, and they signed for it personally to make sure that UNLV would be able to take down that land at any time at the 1960-something price. And that's why UNLV is what it is today, and that's why our family has the Thomas Mack Center is named after Perry and my grandfather.
Which we love, and I told you earlier that I work with NBA Summer League, and those are great games. We have 180,000 people over 10 days, and I think we're going to get an NBA franchise. I'm going to go out on a limb, and
Sure.
I think we're going to get an expansion.
I think Adam Silver
here.
said they're going to work on that right now, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. So I think District F, am I right that it's District F?
That is correct.
And that's where you're running for councilman or?
County commission.
County commissioner.
Yes. When you're in business and like yourself running a show, accountability is everything, right? And by accountability, what I mean is, performance and decisions have consequences. And unfortunately, for some reason in government, it seems like decisions that get made don't have consequences for the government officials that are in it. And our current county commissioner caused an $80 million civil settlement, of which all of us taxpayers have had to pay because of improprieties of his own deleting text messages. And I'm sure maybe he's a fine person. I don't know him well, but at the end of the day, he's still a sitting county commissioner. So
Wow.
There's no accountability. What is the consequence for costing $80 million to the taxpayers?
Crazy.
And that's just one piece of it. At the end of the day, what it really is about are the people. This is the first generation where homes are no longer affordable. Jobs are just jobs and not careers. Where too much red tape, not allowing small businesses to open and flourish, not allowing developers to come and actually build homes that are affordable to working class families. Like, these are all the things the county commission actually affect on a daily basis. They are the most powerful governing body in the state. And that's why anybody who's on there can be aggressive and can care enough to actually make a difference, and that will make the change for the next generation.
So let's talk about let's wrap it up real quick with your priorities. You get elected, what are you going to do?
The very first thing I'm doing is joining the audit committee, because that shows you where all of the money is. It shows you where you can cut waste, where you can identify inefficiencies, where you can actually work through things. And, I think it's wildly important. It's the least sexy committee to be on, but it is definitely the most important.
And if people want to get involved and want to contact you, how do they do that?
It's Vote Albert Mack on all our socials, or albertmack.com is our website, and I'd love to have you, please. And my phone number is on there. You're more than welcome to call. I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Albert Mack, everybody.